Hi, this is Dirk Benedict. And hi, my name's Dirk Benedict, and you, lucky souls, are listening to the Nerd Side. I'm not sure what a nerd is. I know I never was one.
Welcome to Comic-Con,
where once a year, sci-fi buffs take their lips off the barrel of a loaded gun and spend half a day adjusting their eyes to sunlight.
You want to see a comic book with pregnant zombie nuns?
You psychotic nerd!
Dude, what a bunch of freaking nerdos.
Good to see I'm white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
I'm a nerd, too.
Your personality needs some work.
You're not part of the popular clique.
But I was kind of a lonely nerd in high school.
I started a quilt. I did yoga twice a week. I wore flip-flops in public.
I like to roll with the gangsters. Although it's apparent I'm too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm
Hello, fans. Welcome to another episode of Your Nerd Side. And may the podcast be with you. Okay, we are giving away family 4-packs at Disneyland. And all you have to do is win them on the show is send us a nerdy email asking any question you want. We use it on the air. You get a family 4-pack of tickets to Disneyland.
And ask the question.
That's simple and easy, right? This week, Star Wars. And my birthday is December 15th, and it's both the best days of the year. National holiday, I'm telling you. My birthday, Christmas, kind of in the back burner. More myself. All right. A few things I want to talk about. Number one, we're going to get into an interview a little bit later on with Joe Adams. He is the creator, not the creator, but he's an cartoon artist, and he's worked on King of the Hill and all that good stuff. I like the guy. We'll get into a little bit.
Nice to him.
And then first off, I want to talk about some stuff from Twilight Zone to Black Mirror. Do you remember Black Mirror?
Yes, I do.
Love that show.
Many people. Actually, it's a teenage fan favorite in the Bay Area right now.
And it's on Netflix like crazy. Mm-hmm. Black Mirror.
I mean, after you see Stranger Things, what else can you watch?
Black Mirror. It comes from London, England all the time, and it looks like the highly anticipated Black Mirror Season 4 premieres on Netflix December 29th with 6 new stories from Charlie Booker. Watch the new full trailer. It is on our website, yournerdside.com. Comes with some twisted tales and all that good stuff. Do you remember how I binge watched those like crazy and I couldn't stop watching them over and over again?
Well, you know, now if you read about it, like there's some stuff that kind of tilts with space now. Mm-hmm. It looks really good.
I like it. Also, CBS has also greenlight Twilight Zone. It is finally being done. Now you can't watch it on television, but you can watch it via going on to the digital realm. You have to access a CBS All Access digital streaming service.
How'd that go for, Discover?
Okay, do you want to know how it's going?
I really do.
Okay, well, they just greenlight Twilight Zone, so it is doing very, very well.
There's so much money now.
Jordan Peele, I don't know if I get his name right.
Jordan Peele?
Peele. Is it Peele? It's Peeleele.
Peele.
So it's Peele. The comedian who's with his buddy all the time.
Oh, my God, he's amazing.
But he is a great writer, so they're actually going to the direction of allowing him to write some episodes and produce it and everything. Now, it'd be cool, and I love it, if he gets to be the person that gets to host the opening credits. Like, picture if you will.
It is about time.
Or something like that. Go.
But he's going to do his own stuff.
Of course he will. He's not going to do the Rod Serling way. He won't do it.
A sparse little man who feeds off his self-delusions and finds himself perpetually hungry for want of greatness in his diet. And like some goose-stepping predecessors, he searches for something to explain his hunger and to rationalize why a world passes him by without saluting. By his trade on another kind of corner, a strange intersection in a shadowland called the Twilight Zone.
That's one thing hitting there. And another thing I want to talk about, we were talking about Superman and Justice League and all that good stuff on the last episode. Well, it looks like Zack Snyder's, version of Justice League. Uh-huh. Do you remember we had all those pictures of the black suit, but we never saw the black suit?
Right.
It got cut.
From the second director?
From the second director cut it. He pulled it out. He had his long hair and everything like that. Well, they're thinking about it, and they're trying to see, like, they might do a different version director's cut to sell more digital downloads or DVDs.
Oh, of course.
Or they're going to put it in deleted scenes. Screw that. I want to see his cut. I would go back to the movies to see, again, another director's cut. I would have no problems with that.
Paying that money.
Yeah, why not? I waste money on other things anyhow. You know what I mean?
You waste money on a lot of things.
I waste money on a lot of things. All right, and it looks like, what else we got in the news? And then one more thing I want to talk about. I almost forgot. Star Wars! Yes! The Last Jedi opens this week, and let's see. Any scenarios? I like doing this. When I'm on terrestrial radio within San Francisco, I do this a lot. And I always go, I do my movie picks of the week, and I always say who's going to be number one at the box office. So do you think just the other one opening up is Fernando? Is it Fernando?
Fernand. Someone definitely did not reach you at night.
The Bull. And that's opening against it. So how much?
Even your son wants to see it.
That's true. So
your daddy wants to see it. But
by millions, how much more do you think it's going to outperform it? Millions. Just take a guess. 40 million?
I would say 20 million.
About 20 million. I think so
safe?
too. Yeah.
But remember, it's still going to be really big because it's the holidays. The 2-year-olds may not be into Star Wars, but I don't know. Aren't you taking your 5-year-old to go?
What, to go see Fernand?
Star Wars.
No. Why would I do that? It's my birthday. I get to do what I want to do.
You're not even watching it on your birthday.
You do what you want on your birthday.
Where are you going? You're going to Old Joe's. No, Joe's of Westlake, something like that.
No, I'm just going to stay home and look at four walls.
But it's a holiday.
It is a national holiday. And I have to work that day. Let's get into a quick interview, and we're going to come back and talk some more Star Wars, what we think. We watched the trailers, and we're going to talk about, what we think. Is Luke Skywalker going to be bad?
No.
Is he going to bring back the Jedis? And what's going to happen? Is Kylo Ren going to run in and kill his mom to knock her off so it all ties in?
Why is not more people talking about that?
Save that thought.
How is she going to die?
Save that thought after this interview.
San
Francisco Comic-Con, we talked to Joe Adams. His dad is the legendary, Adam West? I forget. But his dad's a famous cartoonist, and he worked on Batman. And
Dan Adams.
See, Anna Maria is always here to cover me that. And if Brandon was a super producer, we'd have that written down.
Come on, Brandon.
We sat to talk to Joe Adams, and he's known for some great cartooning, and he's worked on King of the Hill. Let's talk to him right now, San Francisco Comic-Con.
I'm rolling tape right now, and I'm walking around San Francisco Comic-Con, and I am so excited because I ran into a guy by the name of Joe Adams. You probably guys don't know him. Cartoons like, King of the Hill, which is probably getting a reboot, I heard, and I hope the hell that Joel's back on there.
I would love to.
You have a few awards, Joel. Now, Joel, explain to everybody exactly how you came into being and what family dynasty you're from and all this good stuff. Can you do that?
Okay. We'll
hold it up a little bit more. Roll a little more. There you go.
We'll get into family dynasty. My dad is Neil Adams. Neil is a legend in the comic book industry. He's famous for having brought Batman out of the light, which, the Adam West TV series had created, bringing him back into the dark and making him the dark detective again, as well as many other things that he did in comic books. I mean, you couldn't. It's hard to summarize what he's done for the industry.
Did that bug you a little bit, like when you first started getting into the industry, Joel? Like, I'm never going to live up to my dad.
I knew that there were huge footsteps to walk in, and maybe that's why I didn't continue in comic books. I started in comic books, I dabbled in comic books, but it really wasn't for me because in my own head, I couldn't compete with what he did and what he does. I mean, I was different, and it was just he's done so much.
I love your drawings, though. Your drawings are beautiful, man, especially for King of... How much on King of the Hill do you ever really got to touch without, what's his name, messing with it? You know what I'm talking about. The creator of it.
Well, it's based on his style. I mean, it's an evolved version of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
He did initial drawings for the show, which we went in and cleaned up. And we continue to clean it up as the series goes on. You can watch from episode 1 to episode 10.
Oh my God.
Style changing, and
the
that's
first
us.
one. Did you work on any of the ones? What was the first one when he was accused of beating his kid? That was like the first one. Did you work on that?
Yes. No, I was there. I was there from episode 1 on. There was another designer who started just before me, and I came in and did some tweaking over that person's work, and then continued to tweak it up to eventually what the style had finally become.
Wow. Okay, Joel Adams I'm talking to. Website that the people can go to while I'm talking about this. I want them to look at your work. What is it?
My website is Joel Adams Art, but I have many other websites. There's Lils.net, which is my Big Eyed Girls.
Oh, my God.
Joel Adams Sketchbook, and then Joel Adams DSG is my commercial portfolio.
Okay, so besides King of the Hill, kind of break down or run down your list of stuff you worked on.
All right, well, I had... when I started out working for my dad in his studios, and then I left my dad's studio. I did some commercial storyboard work, and then I got involved in licensing, where I had done lots of Power Rangers licensing.
Okay,
I had done Captain Scarlet licensing, And I had gotten a call one day there was someone looking for a figure artist, someone who knew how to draw figures really well. So I went to try out for the job, and it was the Incredible Hulk animated series. Now, I had never done an animated series
This is in the
before.
89-90 one?
Yes, it's one with Lou Ferrigno doing the voice for the Hulk.
Then it's hanging on my wall. I have the
okay.
cells on my wall. My wife buys me cells like crazy, and I have like 30 or 40. Then it's probably your cells.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
All right, so it was the Incredible Hulk animated series. They loved me. I loved them.
Uh-huh.
It was a great crew of people to work with. And
so were you excited at this time? Like, oh my God, this is Hollywood. I made the big time.
You know,
Is this it?
I didn't even think Hollywood. I thought I'd fallen into a comic book project that wasn't comic books. Which I thought was such a perfect fit for me. It's like this is great. When I came in, they gave me a lot of freedom to kind of tweak up the style a little bit. The freedom to a certain extent. There were little things like we thought when we went into the episode of the Wendigo, we thought that we would be able to create our own Wendigo. We figured it's a secondary character. No one's going to care. Well, we got our notes back from Stan Lee. No, do the comic book one.
I forgot about that. So, did you have a lot of input from Stan Lee? You can't do this.
Stan had to approve things. I never had any.
So,
direct
did you do? I know him. Is this the one, the Hulk with the black, like kind of black eyeliner around his eyes? Do you know what I'm talking about? When he was mad, had black around his eyes, or is it the other one? I think it's older.
We introduced the She-Hulk during our run.
I know exactly which one it is.
We had Ghost Rider in there, and we had Fantastic Four in there. We had.
Wow. Do you still have all these cells hanging in your house?
No, I don't have any cells from the show.
Oh, you poor guy! You poor guy! You know what those are worth.
You know what? And I learned this on King of the Hill when the opportunity came around to get cells from the show. We had to go buy it like everybody else. We were able to go onto the Fox lot where they had it. And
so did you buy some of the King of the Hill ones?
I have one.
What the hell's wrong with you, boy?
Yeah.
So here's a question. So how much of that was done with cells until it got into digital animation?
I was on for the first 3 seasons, and we were all cells. And to my knowledge, King of the Hill was cells the whole way through.
Wow, it's amazing. Okay, so help me with this. Joe Adams, I need to know the info. Is King of the Hill coming back? Yes or no?
I would love to say that I have that information. If the show comes back, I would love to be a part of it again.
I hope to God you are.
But
they have to, because of the certain style it was done. I love the show, but you don't know?
What I had heard was that the people up at Fox believe that with the current political climate and the things going on in the world today, it would be a real nice thing to see King of the Hill in this again, to see just see what would be going on. And there are things I would love to see, like maybe Bobby's in high school. We're past the kid. Maybe Bobby's in high school.
I thought he'd be in New York by now.
Maybe I forget what Cotton's wife's name was, but maybe she couldn't handle being a mother, and maybe Hank is raising good Hank. That could be the new kid in the house.
So you won some awards for this.
We won. While I was there, we won the Emmy.
Yeah.
For the show Bobby Love, which was the episode where Bobby kisses the older girl for the first time with Sarah Michelle Gellar doing the voice.
That's right.
And they had the couch out in the alley.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, they won an Emmy for that episode, so I was part of the crew, so I'm included.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Great show, man. What is else in the pipeworks right now coming up?
Right now I'm doing a lot of conventions, and I'm having a blast doing these conventions. I'm having a blast meeting the King of the Hill fans. I've learned to almost more appreciate the show through the fandom than I did when I actually worked on the show. I mean, to see what the show has actually meant to other people.
Oh, I loved it.
Has been amazing to me. The stories that I hear. The most common story I hear is it's the thing that I used to do with my dad. Because their dads wouldn't watch the other TV shows with them, but when King of the Hill came on, Dad would sit down and watch it with them. So it's the thing they did with their dad. So I really learned to appreciate that. So I'm having fun doing these conventions. I'm also traveling with family. I'm traveling with my dad while he's doing the circuit. I got a friend who travels with us.
That's amazing that the success you guys have family-wise. Do you know what I mean? And
I think that I think we experienced success growing up, and we wanted it. So we strove for it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, one more time. What is the main website you want people to go to that's the hub for everything?
Joel Adams Art. Which is pretty much the link to all of them.
All right, Joel, do you know this is a big honor for me to meet you, right? For me, this is an honor for me. I love King of the Hill. I think and the stuff you've done, I've read about you with your dad, and I'm like, wow.
It was an amazing show. It's probably the best written American animated show ever.
Oh, I have more appreciation. Hold on. I have more appreciation. I'm looking around at all the cartoon artists for drawers of animation cells and animation like that. I've always did. I'm not kidding you. My whole house is full of animation cells, from Thundercats to Voltron, Robotech,